Hey guys, it's Marco again from justmy2copper.org, as well as the prestigious 20kLeveling.com, where you can get all your goal guide needs for Cataclysm. The first fully updated and complete goal guide for Cataclysm, and I say complete, but it's always being updated with new spots such as this one, which is the best place to get air right now. On Wowhead, it says that in Twilight Highlands, there's another place you can go for air, and it supposedly has a slightly higher drop rate. I have not personally seen much of a difference, and what's more, there are other mobs in the way, and right now everybody doesn't have that much gear, so having to fight a couple mobs at a time is kind of annoying, and I'd much rather fight these elementals one-on-one and get what I'm here for versus having to fight two, maybe three or four mobs at a time. And I mean, it would suck if you die. It's probably not going to happen with just four. But for some classes, that could be a serious issue. So if you're a single target DPS and you're worried about getting killed, maybe you don't have a lot of gear yet, this is by far the best place, and it's the least farmed. Maybe not after this video. No, I'm just kidding. You'll get about 1 in 5. You'll see in this video, I really don't get that many airs. There's just not that many. And other spots are very similar drop rates, 1.5, 1.6. It's really not that much different. That's just the way Blizzard has made the game now. When we get more gear and we're more powerful, I would say Twilight Highlands will be a better spot because you'll be two-shotting the mobs. You'll want additional mobs because maybe you'll be AoEing them all. Maybe if you're Boomkin, you could Starfall them all. And the location I'm talking about, there's a whole bunch of them in Twilight Highlands where there's warlocks with elementals, and there's a whole bunch of different camps where they each have one type of elemental with the same type of warlock usually. And there's earth ones and fire ones, and there's air ones, and there's water by themselves. I don't believe they have any warlocks with them. And all these things are covered completely in the 20k leveling goal guide. You know, I try to get you guys as much information as I can on the blog, on the Twitter, the Facebook, the YouTube, but to be honest with you, nothing compares to having all the information in one location, as well as some of my top secrets. You know, I figured out today actually how to turn 10 minutes into 10k gold, and it's with an item you'd never expect to do so well, and it's an item most people don't know about because it's new for Cataclysm, and you explain it to them and they immediately go buy them. It's just like they have to try it out, and it's doing extremely well. I had no idea it was going to do so well. I put up a couple, they sold in like 2 minutes. I figured out a very interesting way to sell them, and this is what I do on a day-to-day basis. I'm not publishing this guide and walking away. Just like with my YouTube videos, my blog, I'm always here, I'm always improving, and I'm looking for ways to make your lives less boring and make you some gold. And I try my best to get as much as I can out there for free, but I'm always going to put that little extra effort, which is actually a big effort, into the guide. And I do want to touch on a couple of other things. Farming in Cataclysm is much different than Wrath of the Lich King, and way different than Burning Crusade. In Wrath of the Lich King, Blizzard started making an effort to separate items so that if you farm something, you're farming a very particular thing from the mob. They don't have a chance to drop all that much besides what you're farming. You know, there's the typical jewel crafting rare thing. It's the serpent that they can use to get a free token, basically, and that's the same as a damaged necklace. So those can drop. There's no equivalent, as far as I can tell, to the inscription mastery books. Those don't seem to be here at the moment. Maybe they'll be added later. Those kinds of things are gone. Now, those were in Wrath of the Lich King, so there were some items. There's some rares too. But a lot of that stuff is gone in Cataclysm, and basically the only way to get multiple types of items is to fight humanoids or packs of mobs that are many different types, such as the warlocks with the elementals in Twilight Highlands. And I plan on getting a video up where I showcase every single one of those groups and what they drop. So farming has changed a lot, and fishing has become even better than it ever was. There's a fish you can fish right now that I talk about. I briefly in the guide, but it's very important. And it can make 2 different foods, and it's the only one that can make them, and you can't get them from pools. The only way to fish them is literally just fish in open water in Tol Barad and another location. I believe it's Twilight Highlands. And I'm not going to pretend it's this huge secret. It's deep sage fish. I'm forgetting the name. It's a deep sea something, great sage or something. It's the only fish that's not in pools, basically. And it'll make you a lot of money if you fish that, because everybody else is aiming for the pools and not getting these fish. And these fish are used in intellect and spirit buffs, and they're the best stuff out there for raiders. So it's selling like crazy. And guys, these are the kinds of tips I'm putting in that guide, and trying to do my best to make it all-encompassing, all the professions. I've added a baby steps tutorial to help out people who are really stuck. And I've just really tried my best here to be authentic, be real with you guys, and give you something of value. You know, not try and just rip you off with some crap guide and then run away with your money. It doesn't work that way. You know, you can't build a reputable business. You can't build a blog with 9,000 readers. Congratulations to you guys, and thank you for subscribing. On that kind of crap. It just doesn't work that way. And I was a little offended by some of the comments I saw when I advertised my guide, because I guess I didn't realize that people could have that mindset that it was anything but authentic. So here's your farming spot. I apologize for being long-winded, and I'll make a very comprehensive farming guide to Twilight Highlands in the near future. Take care, guys.